Sketch me like one of your French catapults.
I'm drawn to you.
The goal of the project was to create a catapult to launch a candy heart the farthest and with the most accuracy. A catapult is any object that launches a projectile using kinetic and potential energy, usually through the tension of a lever, string, or coil. Some trebuchets or catapults even use a counterbalance to launch objects.
Here is what we're launching. Yeah. Here is the catapult, almost done.
At the beginning of our project, during the design phase, we were given approximately 25 minutes to research, find inspiration for catapults, and sketch designs for our catapults.
For the design phase, we were given a list of materials we could use. We were also allowed to come up with 3 extra materials to use. We used recycled foil tape, wooden popsicle sticks, rubber bands, and a plastic cup. We only needed 1 extra material, that being the foil tape. With these materials, we designed a slingshot/bow and arrow style catapult. Here's a little background on bows and arrows before we continue.
Development of this really spectacular tool. It allowed the throwing of a much smaller spear with feathers on the back to stabilize its flight. We call it an arrow now. And it's actually another dramatic use of math, because in a bow and arrow what you find is the storing of kinetic energy as potential energy in that bent wood, and the use of that to cast this. And so what you have is a tool that allows people to harvest resources more readily and more successfully.
For a successful launch, we would require a small amount of force, as the object we are launching is very small. However, we would need to propel it forward with a slight arc in order to achieve maximum distance.
We created a triangle support with 2 connecting feet, and then attached 2 rubber bands to the triangle, then to each side of the cup. Then we added supports to the catapult, and we were done. Then we needed to begin testing, where we ran into many failures while doing this project.
You up, go? Go.
Before we were able to design and create our catapult, we had to answer simple questions about catapults. A catapult is a ballistic device used to launch a projectile a great distance without the aid of explosive devices. We also decided to research about trebuchets to aid in our design. Trebuchets are machines used in medieval siege warfare for hurling large stones or other missiles. There was also a question to define a projectile. A projectile is an object that is designed to be fired from another contraption. We had to talk about how a catapult worked as well. A catapult works by using the tension/potential energy of either string, lever, or coil in order to move one object, which in turn moves another object. The candy won't launch out of the cup. We would later realize that the problem was the cup itself. It was flipping over and blocking the candy before it could launch.
Okay. One plus we had though was that our catapult was unique. Everyone else used a spoon to launch their love, and we used a bottom of a plastic cup to do ours. People love diversity. We were that in the different way we chose to view the building of our apparatus. The biggest improvement we want to make is being able to make the entire structure sturdier in order for us to be able to pull the launcher back more.
It's tearing up my heart when